It's Wilco here. I am making a video again. We've got a unboxing video for you right now, so don't forget, if you can, Locked On Lads on Twitter is where you can find all our stuff now. LockedOnLads.com as well. We just launched that, so this is part of Locked On Lads content. It'll also be over there on Ultra Super Mega when I can get it over there as well. But if you can, if you like the content of Locked On Lads, hit that bell, hit that like button, all that kind of stuff, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, the jazz. But we have an unboxing video because I've got products to review straight from Benq Zowie. I've worked with them in the past, done some monitor reviews with them, and they reached out again to say, hey, we've got some mice coming through, the new S series mice. Do you want to have a go and do you want to see what they're like? So I have not one, but two little pretty mices to unbox right for you right now. So we've got the S1 and the S2. We'll start with the S1. So Benq, I was just reading the docs on this set of mice, and I'll tell you what, I need a new mouse. I 100% need a new mouse, and I thought, yeah, cool, I just need to find one that looks pretty and has lots of buttons on it and all that kind of stuff. And then I read through the design doc of these and the reviewed outline of these mice, and wow, they've put some effort into it. Benq's motto is, it really matters, and everything they did really matters, especially these are a specialized esports branded mouse. So even to the point that all this it's driverless, so you don't need to install anything on your computer at all. It's all done by the actual mouse itself, which is great for anyone who is doing proper elite esports gaming, so they can take it in. All the settings are built into this mouse here. They don't need drivers, they plug it straight in the computer, and their mouse is as good as it was when they were playing it on their computer at home. There's a couple of little things that I love that they've added into this. So I'll just unpeel. Unpeeling the plastic off the bottom of the mouse. So just quickly, straight up, at the bottom of this mouse, no stickers, no buttons, no serial numbers, all that kind of stuff. It's all on the mouse itself, all on the cable itself, sorry. They found that this was scratching tables and things like that, stickers and and they're just coming off anyway. So they decided to just add it to the end of the cable there. So you had all your details, all your important details, serial numbers and stuff like that is still with the mouse, but it's not on the bottom of the mouse, which is fantastic. Not something that I ever would have thought would have been a problem, but when you're using a mouse 100 times more a day, playing professional esports and all that kind of stuff, and going to other people's tables and stuff like that, that will help you in smooth transition and stuff like that as well. So that's straight up. But as you can see, the mouse feet, the bit at either end there, so the little rubbery cushion bit, they were wearing off on lots of people's mouses. And then the mouse they loved, they were using forever and a day, their feet would rub off, they became useless. They'd have to get out and get a whole new mouse and get into it again. So Benq supply extra mouse feet. That's right, people, you can replace the mouse feet on your mouse with the S series mouse for Benq Zowie. That is just absolutely fantastic. So in here we've also got, quickly, a user manual, which I'll have a look at in a sec. We have a beautiful little warranty card, which will be very handy as well, especially for those people traveling a lot with it. They want to have that stuff with them all the time, and obviously some plastic. So we'll put that there. We'll go back to the mouse itself. We can see here, very slick, very minimal design. What I was reading up about on this. Okay, so we'll go first. It's a rubber cable, not your standard rubber cable. Very, very soft feeling rubber cable. They get asked a lot, why don't they use braided cables on their mice? They find that people who travel a lot obviously have them wound up like this, as we see right here. Braided ones get all terrible and creasy and just don't sit right once you've wrapped them up and all that a lot. So they bust out the sides when you bend them right in, just like I'm doing right here right now with these soft rubber things. It doesn't affect the mouse at all. Also, this rubber cable is very lightweight, extremely lightweight, absolutely crazily lightweight. Therefore, you're not going to feel any resistance when you're actually using said mouse, especially in competition. So you're going to have no pullback at all. So that's the cable. That's the feet. That's the bottom of it. One more thing about the bottom right there. We've got a DPI button right here. We've also got a Hertz button just here. So DPIs, obviously, you can press the button to change how responsive or that kind of stuff, the dots per second that you do, so dots per inch, sorry, my bad, that you do when you're using the mouse. So obviously you can adjust that on there. Actually changes the color of the lens as well, so you can quickly know what you're at just by looking underneath, so you know exactly what color, what speed it's going. The hertz itself is how often it reports back to the CPU. So you've got three settings here. You've got 125 hertz, you've got 500 hertz, and 1000 hertz. So obviously more responsive if you need it playing first-person shooter games. If you want to go right up to the 1000, it'll basically they report it's like 1 millisecond refresh rate, or sorry, lag. So the quickest you want to do is that. So what they usually do, Benq Zowie were saying that they always been focused on Counter-Strike as their esports that they've made their stuff for. They've found a lot of other, obviously, first-person shooters have become a lot bigger than Counter-Strike, or hit as big as level as Counter-Strike lately. So you've got PUBG, Fortnite, Overwatch, those type of things, which require more up and down movement. So that's where you actually have to physically pick it up and move it away and put it back and center it again. So especially moving in Fortnite where you're 360, you're always looking around yourself, you're always trying to center your mouse again. So this mouse is built around that. You can hear me clicking these buttons at all the time. Very tactile, very responsive buttons that you can really know when you click it. They said they wanted a mouse that if you click it 20 times, 20 bullets come out, because if 19 come out, you could lose a tournament quite easily on that one thing. So as you can see, we're looking very closely. You can see how nice those buttons actually look straight up. That mouse wheel, very tactile as well. You can really feel each little click. That's fair. You've got two buttons on the right, on the left for right-handed on the thumb, which feel very, very good location, and they feel very natural to hold. Now, the other brands in their series are actually, some of them are ambidextrous, so they'll have the two buttons on the left and on the right, and two buttons on the left to accommodate left and right-handed players. However, they found obviously only one was active at the time, and it really got annoying having buttons over here that you could feel, especially when you're holding the mouse with your fourth and fifth finger near it. You'd be feeling them, but they wouldn't be doing anything. They'd be turned off depending on what side you're using on. So they found the majority of the players were right-handed, so they've made a specifically designed asymmetrical mouse for right-handed players. The cool things you don't even notice if you're just the average player like myself. I'm definitely not an esports player, but the cool little things that you wouldn't know. You've got a slightly more rounded edge here, so you don't get your palm, actually, when you're moving it up and moving it back down, won't ever go underneath the back of the mouse. So it's nice and rounded, so you can't quite see it there, but it's never going to go back down on yourself at all. It's always got that little bit of give to let it go out. So the front of the mouse, you can see here, let's get an angle. It actually angles up the cable, so it gets it away. So you get a little more free movement at the front as well. So especially if some of the designs have got, you get the cable going up from the PC, the cable's barely even touching the ground, so you get zero resistance. There's a lot of stuff on the inside that makes this perfect for an esports player. Anyone who wants high level competitive play, they've thought of it. Benq and Zowie have really put it together. As far as me, the just general everyday gamer who's well past any kind of esports prowess, it looks very pretty. It's very minimal. There are a lot of people talking about wanting 6, 7, 8 buttons on the side. I barely use these two on the sides as it is, so this will actually work fairly well for something that I'm going to use. Feels nice and light, so you're not going to be dragging it around. The actual, so in the range, as far as the Benq Zowie range goes, this is apparently the highest. It's one of the more narrow mouse as well, and it's one of the shortest mouse. Very different shapes for very different people. They fit in your hand a lot differently. So this one's a bit more sitting you're using the back part of your palm here and the fore part here to push it around, and it is raised up as well. So as you can see, that's like that. So that is, we just had a quick look at the S1. I just realized I got to open another one. So there's a pretty little S1 done. So there it is. Let's have a look at said S2. From what I read, there's not a huge amount of difference. It is the S2 that is more narrow and a little bit shorter in design. I keep on getting these wrong. Shorter and longer. Not a kind of thing you want to get wrong too often, but I am getting them wrong. Once again, pretty box of the S2. I've opened some stuff before in my time, and tell you what, I've got to cut 50,000 bits of sticky tape to get it open. Not with the BenQ. Not a thing. So, once again, straight out of the box, looks like it's a bigger cable, but that could be just looking at it. But once again, you got the lightweight cable. Got this cool little plastic. Yeah, quick. Oh, that's some good stuff. Once again, it looks pretty much the same. It's got that beautiful design to it. It is the S2 though, so there is slight difference. Let's have a quick look closer together. So you can see there. So the S1 is slightly shorter by the look of it. You can put them next to each other. And there you go. So let's have a little bit closer look at that. So yeah, that's what they look like. The beautiful S1 and S2. I've got to say they look gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I will play some Division 2 with it this afternoon. Not a first-person shooter, but I'll definitely be playing some Destiny as well, third-person shooter, and I'll probably have to play some first-person shooters. I've got some Black Ops there to play anyway, or something along those lines. Once again, don't forget the spare feet. They come with spare feet. That's ridiculous. It's cool. It is. If you're playing at the top level, things like that matter, and BenQ knows that. BenQ Zowie knows that. So if you're at the top level, look, why not? You get a cool little sticker in there as well, Zowie. So like I said, I'm going to play some bit with it over the next couple of days. We're going to put this video up as an unboxing. Then you will see a blog on lockedon.com, lockedonlads.com, which will be my first impressions of it. So give it a couple of days to just feel how they are. And then by the 15th of August, I'll have a full review out on Ultra Super Mega and lockedonlads.com. Also do a video review, just going through exactly what I liked and didn't like about them as well, from the average type gamer, not from the elite level. I will try and talk to some guys at the elite level between now and then, but I probably won't be able to get too much of that back for you. But it'll mainly from my eyes, and I'll give you all the text and specs and things like that on it when that full review comes out. But first off, it'll be the impressions and then the review by the 15th of August, so look out for all that. So thank you, every single body. I'm going to go plug these in and have a real play with them now. So you have a really good afternoon, and we will catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye.